Hi, my name is Alexis. I'm an ESC major at IRSC. I decided to videotape my science lesson plan because we're all affected by a hurricane very recently, and I feel like preparation for everybody is very important, and it'll be very close to home for every student in the class. My learning goals were for students to understand the process of preparing, how much it costs, and why it is important for students to prepare. And my essential question is, what does severe weather mean, and why do we need to prepare? So here it goes. What are examples of severe weather? Can anybody name them? Go ahead.
Tornado.
Yep.
Hurricane?
Yes. So, good. Examples of severe weather can be anything from hail and blizzards to hurricanes and tornadoes. What types of storms do we experience here in Florida? Go ahead.
Tropical storms.
Tropical storms.
Hurricane?
Hurricanes. All right. How many of you were affected by Hurricane Irma? 2. Cool. That makes sense. All right. How many of you lost power? Yeah.
For a couple minutes.
And how many of you have a generator?
We do now.
Yeah.
Didn't really need it.
Is it a form of preparation?
Yes.
Buying a generator. Good. Okay. So we're going to watch a quick video on hurricanes and preparation just to give us some knowledge.
Dear Tim and Moby, what are hurricanes and where do they come from? From Josh. Good question, Josh. A hurricane is a type of tropical cyclone, a large swirling storm with strong winds and lots of rain. Tropical cyclones form over the warmest parts of the ocean. They start when warm water heats the air right above it. That makes the air less dense, so it rises. Cooler air rushes in to fill the space left by the rising air molecules, and the process continues. The ocean heats the air, it rises, then more air rushes in. This is what weather reports refer to as a low-pressure system. It's sort of like a big vacuum, sucking up air from all around it. Good question. The cool air wants to travel in a straight line, but the spinning of the Earth curves its path. The high winds kick up the ocean, causing big waves and rough seas. Meanwhile, in the center, warm air continues to rise, adding more and more energy to the system. The warm air carries water vapor with it, which condenses into clouds and rain. As the system grows stronger, the low-pressure center becomes a well-defined eye. Even though the strongest winds happen right around it, it's always calm, sometimes even sunny inside the eye. The storm is now a tropical depression, a massive system of wind rotating around a column of low-pressure air. Well, winds move the storm across the sea, and as long as it's over warm water, it just gets stronger and stronger. Once the winds reach 74 miles per hour, it's officially a Category 1 hurricane. The strongest hurricanes are Category 5, with winds over 157 miles per hour. In other parts of the world, hurricanes are called different things, like typhoons and cyclonic storms, but they're all basically the same thing. Right, I was getting to that. Hurricanes start to run out of steam when they hit colder waters or land. They end in a big old downpour. But before they're through, they can cause serious damage. The wind can rip up trees, destroy crops and houses, and push giant waves called storm surges onto shore. That can lead to heavy flooding, which is never a good thing. Unfortunately, we can't stop these storms from hitting land, but we can be prepared.
Alright, this is where I want you guys to pay attention, okay?
Yes.
In the Atlantic, hurricanes form from June through November. During this hurricane season, weather scientists called meteorologists keep a close eye on the ocean for signs of tropical depressions. Using satellite imagery, they monitor the progress of these storms. Once a storm gets strong enough, meteorologists give it a person's name. That makes it easier to communicate with other scientists and the public about this particular storm. Meanwhile, computer simulations predict what the storm's path might be. It's an inexact science, but the predictions help everyone prepare. If you live somewhere that a hurricane might hit, the National Weather Service will issue a hurricane watch for your area 2 days in advance. Once it's known for sure what the storm's path will be, a hurricane warning is issued 36 hours in advance. Watches and warnings give everyone plenty of time to get ready. Well, your family can get together and make a storm plan. Agree on a place to meet if you get separated during the storm, and write down any phone numbers you may need. Put together disaster kits
We're
with
going
things
to
like
put
food,
together a
water,
disaster kit.
battery-operated radio, a flashlight, and any medicines you might need. Be sure your family has a plan for evacuation in case it comes to that. And don't forget to include your pets in your evacuation plans. Some public shelters don't allow animals, so find out in advance what the rules are. Unless you're ordered to evacuate, it's best to stay inside your home during a hurricane. It may look like an ordinary rainstorm out there, but the winds can quickly gust up and knock down trees, electric lines, and other dangerous stuff. You may have to turn off your home's power, but you can keep up with the news on your radio. The last time we rode out a hurricane, we played board games by lantern light. Oh yeah, storms can leave behind all kinds of dangerous stuff. So make sure your parents say it's okay.
Alright, that's what I'm going to show for the video. I have this really cool challenge we're going to do, and then we're going to get to making our hurricane preparation kits. So we're going to click on challenge. If it wants to come. Oh, it's loading. While that's loading, after we do our challenge, we're gonna make our own hurricane preparation plans. I made mine, okay? So in my hurricane preparation plan, I included water. Can anybody tell me why I included water? Why would you need water?
It's essential for survival.
Thank you. All right. I also included a first aid kit. Can anybody tell me why I would include that?
It's essential for survival.
Thank you. All right. I included batteries, phone batteries, and any type of battery you would need. Why would I include that? For
My Game Boy.
contact, for
Light.
flashlights, for anything you would need a battery powered radio. Why would you need a battery powered radio?
To listen to music.
No.
Well,
So you can keep up to date on the weather
Yes.
situation?
if you have no power.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What are types of foods you would need in your hurricane survival kit?
Non-perishable foods.
What does non-perishable mean?
It's in a can.
What's an example of it?
Tuna.
Tuna. Okay.
Spaghetti.
Spaghettios.
Yes.
Chef Boyardee.
Exactly. Those are things that that will stay good for a really long time. You would also need cash. Why would we need cash?
Because electricity could go down. So when you go to
It's
buy.
easier for the looters to rob you.
Stop saying that. Cash is needed because it's easier to have on you. You might not have
Access to a bank.
access to a bank. Thank you. I put prescription medications because you have to stock up on things that you might not be able to get. Okay? So you will be able to use any form of paper you want to create your thing. You can use it on the computer. That's your choice. You can use pictures off clip art, whatever you want. Okay. So this is the challenge. Which of the following conditions are necessary for formation of a hurricane? Choose one or more answers. So, is abundance of water vapor?
Yes.
Yes.
You think so?
Possibly.
Okay. Cold water?
No.
No.
No? How about a large landmass? Is that good for a hurricane or bad for a hurricane?
Bad.
I don't know.
Bad. Good. All right. How about rising warm air?
Yes.
Perfect.
Good. Calm skies?
No.
No? Okay. Swirling winds?
Yes.
All right. So let's check your answers. Good
Oh,
job.
we got Moby.
All right, so we're gonna go with these. Where's the low pressure center? Where could you see the low pressure center being after
Right.
watching the video?
At the
Good.
center of the hurricane?
Oopsies.
Yeah. This
So
school
right
needs
there.
to invest in
All right.
computers.
Developing tropical storm. Where would the developing tropical storm be? Would it be up here or would it be kind of more towards the Atlantic down here?
Down there.
Good.
Down there.
Okay. Zero risk of hurricane. Is there a zero risk of a hurricane for anywhere in this area?
My house.
No.
No. Good.
No.
All right. Strongest hurricane winds. Where did we say the strongest hurricane winds are?
Right outside the eye.
Okay. So where would that be?
The
Point.
second one.
Right here?
Yes.
Good. Oh, that's 0 risk. That's the wrong one. Okay. Where is a hot spot for hurricane formation? After talking about seeing all those
The
plans,
Atlantic.
but point to which one? Which one? Show me.
Now.
Good. All right. And where would the weakest winds be for the hurricane?
In the outer.
In the outer edges, in the outer bands?
Yeah.
Okay, let's try it. Let's see if you guys are right. Good job.
Yeah.
All right, this is, lastly, we're going to go over match each disaster kit item with its usefulness during a hurricane. Portable light source if power goes out. Which one's a portable light source?
Flashlight.
A flashlight. Good job. Okay. Entertainment to wait out the storm.
Books and magazines.
Good. What else can you use for entertainment to wait out the storm?
Board games.
Good. Treat injuries caused by storm damage.
First aid.
Good.
I have imaginary friends. Can he be entertained?
Clean water for drinking and washing.
Bottled water.
I was gonna say flashlight. Make shadow puppets.
Stay informed even without power.
Battery powered radio.
Good. And lastly, oops. Lastly, stay long-lasting food supply.
Canned
Canned
goods.
goods.
Good. And what was a form of canned goods? What did we say?
SpaghettiOs.
SpaghettiOs, Chef Boyardee, beans.
Green beans in a can.
Corn.
Exactly.
Tuna.
All right, so let's see what you
Anything in a
guys.
can.
Let's see how you did.
Spam.
Canned spam.
Yay. Roby.
All right. Now you're gonna place the events in order. What's the first thing that happens when a storm is first forming?
Hot air.
Hot air. Okay. Tropical storm or tropical depression strengthens into a hurricane.
No, low pressure. system.
Low pressure system forms.
Yeah.
Yes.
That one?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. What happens next?
Tropical depression.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tropical depression.
Hey, video cameraman.
Yeah, you're not a student.
National Weather Service issues a hurricane warning. Hurricane dissipates as it moves further inland. National Weather Service issues hurricane watch, or hurricane makes landfall, bringing strong winds and heavy rain. Which one comes next?
Watch.
Watch. Good. All right. What would come next? After the watch, and we know it's going to come to us, what would happen?
The warning.
The
Good.
warning, yeah. Ooh. And then the landfall.
Good. And lastly,
Dissipates.
it dissipates as it moves inland.
Dissipates.
Good job.
Yay, Moby.
And you got a 20 out of 20.
snap.
Good job, guys.
Yay.
Thank you.
Okay. While teaching this lesson and while establishing it, I decided that I would use the I do, we do, you do model because I really enjoyed it. The I formed my own hurricane plan, which is right here. Which is right here. And then we went over it as a group, meaning we do it all together. And then they will then create their own on their own. My guided practice was us discussing it. We answered questions about what is a form of preparation, what is not. And then my independent practice was them creating it on their own and being independent while creating their hurricane plans. All right.